The point of this video is to tell you how to set up your notebook for history class. So I have a little music clip that you might not have heard this song because I think it's from like the 80s or 90s and you guys were born way after that, but I figure it's a little more interesting than me talking the whole time, because I will be talking most of the time. Alright, so this is how you're going to do your notebook setup. The first thing you need is your notebook, your spiral notebook. Alright, yours probably doesn't have anything on the cover, but mine does. So if you look at the directions, the first thing it tells you to do is to number your pages 1 to 10. So to do that, you're going to number the outside corners. See how I numbered that, number 1 on the outside corner? And when I flip the page, I have the outside corners again, 2 and 3. See how that's on the outside? And you do that up to 10. That's the first thing that you're going to do. Okay, the second thing you're going to do is on page 1, you're going to tape this handout from the first week of school. Okay, so you're going to tape it, and to do that, you're going to fold it like this so you can still see the heading, and you're going to tape the staple part so that you can still see all the pages that are part of the handout. Okay, so I'm going to put that, and when you have your notebook, what I'm going to do, it might fit like this, or you may want to turn it so it fits like this. I'm going to do it this way just because that's what I prefer, but you're going to fold it and tape it in your notebook, tape the staple part of your notebook. So I'm doing that right now. Okay, so you flip to page 2. Alright, on the back, then you have page 2, and on page 2 is going to go the notebook tips that you filled in from the PowerPoint in class. Okay, so again, you're going to fold that in half so that you can still see the heading. Okay, and you're going to tape just the top part right here, because I think I photocopied it so that if you just tape the top part, you can flip it up and see both sides. Okay, so again, you can either do it this way or to the side. I'm going to do the side again. Just kind of depends how wide your pages are, but you want to make sure when you're taping the pages in that they're not sticking outside of the notebook. Okay, tape them in so that they're not sticking out of the notebook. Alright, so that's page 2, the note-taking tips. Page 3 is going to have this pink paper that you're going to receive. Oh, and that doesn't really look like anything, does it? So there you go. There's some stuff. It's hard to hold it up to the camera. Anyway, so again, you're going to tape it, fold it and tape it. Okay, and if you just tape the top, it's going to flip up so you can see both sides. And this sheet, you can use this pink sheet to like look up your grade. Like if I hand back a 20-point assignment, you can look up like what does 15 out of 20 mean, or what does 18 out of 20 mean. Is 15 out of 20 is a 75, 18 out of 20 is a 90, so it will kind of tell you the percentage for that particular grade. Alright, so again, fold and tape. And this one, just to do it differently, I'm going to tape it this way for me, but decide if you want to tape it like that or if you want to turn the page to the side. Alright, so taping that sheet in. So then you're going to go to page 4. And on page 4, it's going to have, I'm going to give you this, it's called Jammin' Salmon. That's what the people who make this paper call this color, Jammin' Salmon. Grading Notes Key. So like when I look at your notes that you take, I might write OW, and that means you should try to use your own words more than you did. Or first detail means you need to try to put in more detail the first time around, next time you do some notes. Alright, so this sheet is specially pre-cut already, so you should be able to tape the corners, just the 4 corners with a small piece of tape. and it should fit on your notebook like this. I'll take mine in and then I'll show it. I'll hold it up and show it to you. So just 4 little pieces of tape should be sufficient. Okay, so see, it fits like this, and it fits on one page without folding it. Okay, so that's on page 4. Alright, so page 5 is going to be the purple sheet, the TEA plus C graphic organizer. For this one, you should take it and fold it like this. That's what I'm doing. And you're going to tape like, alright, this one's a little trickier. I think you should tape the side with the letters, the TEAC letters. Okay, so I'm going to tape that side. And then, okay, so I taped the side. Then I'm going to tape this side right here with like in the middle. You don't need, I'm not going to tape the whole fold, but I'm going to tape like in the middle, kind of to keep the page secure a little more than if you don't do that. Okay, so see, here's what I did. I did this one over here, and then I did the side with all the letters. Okay, so then if you go to page 6, and you should stop the video as you're watching it if I'm going too fast, because obviously I'm not gonna, I need to keep the video moving because it's already 6.5 minutes and it's not that exciting of a video. And look, you can see the stains on my shirt from the tomato that Garrett was eating when I was holding him, and it squirted on my shirt. That's really lovely, isn't it? Anyway, alright, so we have history quiz test corrections. Alright, that goes on page 6. So again, you can tape the corners of that sheet. I cut it already for you. It's pre-cut, so it should fit most notebooks without folding. So here's what it looks like, page 6. Okay, and then we have the last page that you're taping in today, notebook extra credit. Alright, it's a 2-sided sheet. And for this one, you're going to fold it so that you can still see the heading up here. And you're going to fold it and just tape the top because it will flip up and you can see both sides. Okay, without having to move your notebook around. So I'm going to tape that. I'll show you in a second once I get the tape down. Okay, I'm going to tape it this way. Okay, but again, you decide what works best for you. And if your notebook is not wide enough, taping it this way is not going to work because the papers are going to be sticking out. And I don't want the papers to be sticking out in the notebook. Alright, so the next step in the setup involves making a table of contents. So the table of contents you're going to do on page 9. Okay, you're skipping page 8 for now. I know that you're skipping page 8. Alright, so for the table of contents, you want to write table of contents like I did. See, I wrote it in blue. And then I have the columns. And you can see that the middle column is the widest. The unit number and name is the widest. Because date started in pages, those columns, you're not going to be writing a ton. It's just like numbers. But you can be writing more in the middle. So you're going to write unit number and name and do it neatly. And you're going to be using the whole page. And like I said, the middle column should be wider than the other columns. Alright, so once you have that done, the next direction on the notebook setup sheet tells you to number your pages to up to 60. Alright, there's no particular reason I picked 60, it's just I picked 60. Okay, so again, you're going to keep the corners, you're going to be numbering the corners. Alright, you already did up to 10. Let's see, 11, and let's see, 12, 13, 12, 13, all my numbers are in the corner so that they're not covered up by papers. Alright, so you're going to go up to 60 for that. Okay, so that's going to take a little bit of time. The next step is 11. It tells you to put 2 or more pictures or photos that relate to you on the front cover and make sure they're appropriate for school. So my cover has just some pictures from this summer from the summer of my family and my friends. Okay, so I have more than 2 pictures. Try to make it cover up more than just like a little box or something, but it doesn't need to be a big deal. It doesn't need to be a lot of things on the cover, just like 2 pictures or 2 something. You find something from a magazine or print something from online. It's just something related to you, okay? And just make sure it's appropriate for school. Then the last thing for the setup is 12. You're going to write your first and last name and then your class on the cover somewhere. Okay, so I just wrote mine in my new metallic Sharpies that I bought before I just wrote it. I just wrote over here. Okay, so, and I didn't write a class because I don't have a class, but you're going to write your first and last name and then like class B or class C or whatever your class is, and I'll tell you that letter. Okay, when you're finished with all these steps, you want to hold on to the sheet that has the directions for the notebook, because it's going to be part of the first notebook check when I check to see if your notebook is all set up. Okay, so I covered all the parts, all the steps to the notebook checklist and how you should set up your notebook, and hopefully you were able to set it up without a problem. The notebook is very important. We're going to use it all year. You need to bring it to class every single day and try really hard not to lose it. Okay, it will make your life more difficult if you lose it, because you'll have to start another one and you'll lose all your work that you put into your notebook. Okay, bye.